Well, hello there. I'm so glad you're here today. Happy Veterans Day. If you're celebrating that today with everybody else. I know I'm Marty Whitney with ARTitude Adjustment, and I teach fun art, not fine art. So, I'm just going to take care of my screen so I can see your comments. And I'd like to thank you for being here. There you go. Why isn't this showing me? I don't want to watch it. I'm trying to get it so I can see all your comments. And I can't ever do it until we go live. Okay. There you go. It's just one of those technical things. Y'all know how technical I am. There you go. Well, hey Ladybug yourself. Hey PJ, I'm glad you're here. And if you come in, I'd love it if you would say who you are, so I'll know who's watching. And if you can, say where you are. PJ is in cold North Carolina? Cold, anyway. So, anyway, I'm so glad you're here. You're probably bundled up with your bunny slippers. So, thanks for being here. Anyway, happy Veterans Day, and happy Veterans Day to Bob, PJ. PJ is in Franklin, North Carolina. And we had a real nice Veterans Day celebration here at Florida Grand, which is where my live is coming from. We're in Central Florida, and we had a breakfast this morning that was sold out, and we celebrated royally with all the veterans from here. It was in the 20s, I'm not sure how many. Yes. Tomorrow I'll be leaving for Jacksonville. I have a granddaughter who's going to have surgery, but it doesn't matter because I'll be doing a live at 3 p.m. tomorrow, just like I do when I'm here. Hello, Meg. Hey, oh, you sure did. Well, you're going to like what we're doing today. I want to show you what we finished last week. In fact, if you'd like sometime, I have others besides black and hot pink, but that was just my first choice. Let me show you. Put me in a little corner here, and I'm going to show you what we finished last week. Why isn't it showing up? This is what we finished last week. Oh, welcome to the show. I couldn't control myself. And what has happened is that I have a camera that has gone down. So let me just take care of that right now. Nobody knows why that happens. It just does. Take care of it without any problem. So just, there you go. I've known what to expect now. This crazy thing. Okay, I'm going to just put this one back in operation, and I'm going to show you what we worked on last week. This is the apron. It is one that, like the one that I'm wearing right now, that slips over your neck, and we painted the hot pink, kind of Lily Pulitzer roses. Hey Maureen. Hey Jay. And does that look, I know you're looking at a black screen at some of the time it is, but it'll come back on. I fixed the camera, and because I'm so techie. And there you go. So this is what we completed last week. This week, I call these kind of like Lily Pulitzer roses. And then the nice thing about this is it had a plain old pocket. And I just painted little eyelet detail on here. So it would like, okay, I put the camera in the dark. I think it's okay now. Okay? Okay? So anyway, this is what was our project last week that we finished, and now we're going to get on with the project for this week. I did not have my apron on Friday when we were in Jacksonville, so I could show you the finished product. So anyway, if you need any templates, any of the design templates for this, you can. This apron came from Hobby Lobby, and it was on sale last week, so I'm sure it'll go back on sale in a couple of weeks, if it isn't now. But it was like an online sale, maybe a clearance, I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to go on and show you what we're going to be doing this week. If I can reach it. Let me take my microphone out. It's at a table in back of me. Okay, these are Christmas spindles, and what we do is we have I have different sizes. I told you last week that I purchased my spindles at Restore. Isn't that the name of the Hobby Lobby? I mean, of the Habitat for Humanity store. Just various spindles. And I had different sizes for different classes. And so the long one works out okay, but the short ones do as well. What I'll do with this is put it in the center of a, I'll put it in the center of a flower pot with poinsettias or something like that. And if I decide I want to do that. But the one that I have today is, and I'm going to put his little hat on him. The materials that you're going to need for the spindles are red paint. I use a Christmas red, a Christmas green, a white. Oh, I think I have my microphone okay now. Is it okay? Let me know if there's any problem, because I'll put on my techie hat. This is the one we're going to be doing this week. Besides the paint, you're going to need black paint, red felt. This is a size that I used. It looks like it's about an 8.5 by 11 piece of felt. You only need one piece, and there's something like a quarter at Michael's. What I did was, for each of these, I cut them in half, and I made one half will make a hat with the tassels, and the other half will be two pieces. I'll glue enough together from the second one, cut it in half, and make tassels. So that's clear as mud now. We'll figure it out as we go. So I thought we'd start today. If you have any questions, let me know, or you want to see anything else, let me know. I did my own design on here. You can see it's not perfect. It's not, in fact, I put on here that you could use a black pen to make some marks on your spindle if you want to be a little more accurate. Anything goes when I pick up a paintbrush, maybe. Not really. But I use an angle brush. It's a lot easier when you're using it for these or for some. It just depends on what you're using it for. But the angle brush down here kind of helps me. I have a 4 and a 5 that I'm using today. And also, this is my palette that I'm using today. I had some Christmas green and some leaf green. I just mixed it together. And I have some Christmas red and white and black. So we'll just get going. If you have any questions, so let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to be painting away and talking to you. So I'll try not to make too much noise over there as I bang these things around. I didn't put anything on this area here. But you could put all kind of designs on it if you wanted to. Where will I start? I'm going to fill this in a little better than I did the first time that I painted these because I feel like the more color, the better. And it's for Christmas. So I know y'all don't know this, but Webster has a Christmas parade. And I was told this morning that the Webster, this is pretty good too, the Webster theme this year is Toyland. So I think about right after Thanksgiving, Webster gets out these great big, I think they were 8-foot plywood, 8-foot plywood plywood, and we were about the only. Florida Grand isn't that old, so we were about the only place around town. I mean, even ranchers do this. They'll paint nativity scenes or religious things or a Christmas card to the whole community, and they post them all over. Well, I won't say the downtown because downtown is a highway. We do have a light. We have one. Yep, we have one light. But anyway, when they put these decorations up, they're real nice. And so a couple of years ago, and they store them for us too. My 8-foot piece of plywood was gingerbread men, and they look real cute when they get them out. So we have our own contribution to Webster. There are families that do it. I think it's real nice. There are families that do it, and there are ranchers around here that do it. You know, they'll put their family names on there. It's just something that everybody participates in if they want to. The Christmas parade theme, like I was saying just a second ago, is Toyland. So I was thinking, and we have people that walk beside our parade float, and so I think they would be real cute if they were toy soldiers. So let me get this. Let me see if I can, since my camera is on, I can now put me in the, there. How about that? I'll get in the center of this. So anyway, we'll keep painting. We're going to be doing this all week. So just kind of be thinking, if you're interested in this, get you a little spindle from, well, you can get them at Home Depot, you know that. And you can get them at Lowe's. But isn't it much more fun to go into Restore and get one for about $1? So that's my suggestion. Now, this spindle is different than any spindle that I've painted so far. I didn't notice it. But if you have any suggestions or ideas, just pipe in. Hey Paula, glad you're here. But we'll just do this with decorations. I'm gonna, after this dries, I might put some other designs on top of this. This was a fun class, and everybody used them. If they didn't use them in their yard, then they used them in big flower pots. So they turned out to be a real cute project, and not very expensive and not very time-consuming to do. We have a lady here by the name of Linda Spindle, and I think several people gave her their spindles because who would have ever thought we were doing an art project with her name on it. So I hope y'all like this. Hey Lekka, nice to see you. I will, let me see that. I was thinking about next week, and if you would like, I just finished the Lily Pulitzer apron, but if you'd like to see a plain black one decorated with paint, let me know. You might have one of those. Maybe you don't like the black and the hot pink. So I have an idea of a design, and it would be for, this would not necessarily be for Christmas, but neither is the Lily Pulitzer. Yeah, I was just checking to see if my microphone was still on there, so I know you're hearing me. Oh, I think you're exaggerating. PJ was in that class, and she said it took her forever. It did not. She really is exaggerating. So where is your spindle? Okay, I'm tired of red. We're going to go to another color now. Just wash this brush out just a little. Wow, that red pigment is strong. Okay, I'll get another brush. And let's see what the green looks like on here. I'm telling you, it's a lot easier to do the angle brush on this. But we'll see. It just seems to me right now. So I don't know about, I'd love to know what the weather's like in your area. We have the most beautiful weather right now, but we do have some cold weather coming in. So we know that there is, there's something moving around out there. Oh, you gave it to Dave. Yeah, Linda has one, yeah. I didn't know who she had. But Linda loves it, I'm sure. And it's so appropriate. So like I said, this would be real nice in the middle of an arrangement with a hat. I mean, mine has been out in the rain and everything else, so that felt is pretty durable. And you just kind of like work around in these creases here to get it to where you like it. I'm going to have to turn this the other way. You know I'm left-handed and I do everything a little backwards. But it's okay. Oh, in the 60s today. Well, that's a beautiful day. I think we're going to be in the low 60s tomorrow. But it gets up to 80-something during the day. Also, I don't know whether you've noticed this or not, there's a little bit of a lag. Hi, Mary Beth Gratz. It's nice to have you here. There's just a little bit of a lag. I can tell that by looking at the video on my computer, my laptop. Okay, and I'm just gonna let some of these colors dry before I start putting any more. You just kind of like work on it. You could also put your house number going down, or your initials or name. Ooh, snow flurries. Ooh. Well, I know you better stay in then. Did I move that where you weren't looking at it? See, I have to keep my eye on one eyeball on the camera. Okay, so just kind of like take baby steps with this to stay within the lines, but not too baby, because you can just go back and do any corrections you want with other paint. Okay. Okay, I think I'll put some green up here. Now tomorrow I will probably do the, tomorrow I'll probably do the hat or the scarf. This isn't going to take, that long. And I may have an extra project this week to show you. My brush is still wet. When I go out of the lines, I just got to go back and correct it. Anyway, we acknowledged all of our veterans this morning, and it was a very good ceremony with, one thing they did that was kind of nice was, do any of y'all remember Red Skelton, the comedian? You may be too young. Anyway, he had a little he had a segment on one of his shows where he said what the pledge allegiance to the flag meant, going into all the words, and it was real nice, and talking about freedom and our flag. So that was kind of good. What brand's paints am I using? I am using Anita's, which I may have gotten that at Walmart. I've got Apple Barrel, and I'm using Folk Art also. My favorite is, let me see my favorite. We have all kinds. What happened in our art classes here a couple of years ago, one of our owners had a he had a commercial building, and he had to foreclose on a lady who had a craft shop, and so he brought all these paints to us, and some of them we're still using. I mean, if it looks good and it's okay, then we use it. If they're old paints, like if I just can't get, if they've gotten hard or anything like that, then I have to pitch them. But in all of our classes, it really doesn't, we're not doing fine art. Did I tell you that before? We do fun art. So, I know I did. I know I told you. Anyway, it was okay for us to use these. Another thing is that we very seldom do canvases. Now, I am planning a canvas painting, a canvas class in a few months. Hey, Lauren. We are planning a class in a few months that I'll do an acrylic pour. And I'll be using some things like acrylic medium to make the paints go into cells. You've probably seen acrylic pours. So that's a good reason to use canvas. And I'm careful about the paint for that. Deco art is one of my favorite paints. It's very good quality, but so is folk art. And when I'm doing a class that it does matter about the paint, I like to use those too. But for this spindle, I think I'm okay. Hello. Okay, now this is our project this week. If you have never been on this page before, the name of my painting class is ARTitude Adjustment. I teach fun art, not fine art, and my name is Marty Whitney. And so if you like this, you could share it with somebody that you're maybe talking to about some Christmas decor, something that would be fun to get together and paint with your friends. We have fun when we get together, and it's usually an evening from 6:30 to 9:30 if it's in a class. Okay, now we have been here for 27 minutes, and I really, really appreciate you being here today. If you have any questions, the chain art. Yeah, some of these have sheen on them. PJ, tell me what chain art is. Chain. Oh, are you talking about the rain chains? We talked about that one day. Okay, the sheen on the colors. There are some good colors here. None of them are gloss, but they're looking like it right now. The other thing is that after we finish this, we're going to, do the usual 2 coats of polyurethane so that these are waterproof. These little hats that we're going to make, they're not waterproof, but they aren't bothered by the rain. I can tell you that much, because and then there's a scarf that the snowman wears around his neck, and we'll cut it up into tassels, and you can see that this is just 2 of these put together. So, and it just ties around his neck very simply, not a big deal. Let's see. Anyway, thank you all for being here. If you think of something that you'd like for me to do, that you've been dying to try, let me know. And I want PJ to tell me what chain art is. We talked one time about doing rain chains, and they would be adorable. And I have some things that I could use for that. So have you ever seen the copper rain chains that hang down? That's what I'm wondering if she is talking about. But she's got some good ideas. PJ has lots of, she's very helpful to me in all that I've done. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. It's a great day to have a great day. And I will see you tomorrow. That's Tuesday. November 12th at 3 p.m. Bye-bye now.